Is it true that nice guys always finish last?
I mean, everybody wants to date a nice guy, but I think it's not about being a nice guy. It's the guys that have weak boundaries.
Hmm.
And what I mean,
Is that what a nice guy is, essentially?
yeah,
Is that what people refer to when they say nice guy?
that's what I refer to. Like, if a guy's like, oh, nice guys finish last, like, no, those are just the guys who have weak boundaries or have no boundaries at all. They are yes mans. They say yes to everything. They are people pleasers. They don't stand for anything. They're not confident. I mean, no woman wants to be with a man like that.
Mm-hmm.
We want a man that we can submit to, but how are you going to submit to a man who has no boundaries in place and doesn't stand for anything?
Mm.
You know, we want direction. We want leadership. We don't want to have to make all the decisions. And if we're out here making all the decisions, it's like we feel like we're almost like your mother.
Right,
And
right.
I'm not trying to babysit you. We want a man who can put his foot down and be like, hey, this is the decision I'm making, and trust the decision he's making. Because if you don't trust your own decisions, how are we going to trust you?
Right.
At the end of the day, in a relationship, a woman wants to be in her feminine energy as a man sits in his masculine energy and is able to guide and lead that relationship. I mean, we want a man we can submit to, but we're not going to respect you if you aren't going to set boundaries for yourself or other people.
The hardest part of dating, and I'm going to say what you are not expecting, but the hardest part of dating for me is people's lack of care for themselves. I find a lot of men that try to approach me are men that have nice cars, nice watches. They go out all the time to these fancy dinners, but that's the problem. They're out 2 to 4 times a week. They're drinking every time they're out. I don't think they're drinking enough water. They're not on a routine, as in working out, taking care of their one and only vessel. Like, I see your priorities. Alcohol is really bad for us, like extremely bad. And I know I want my man to last a really long time. And I know that people have all these other icks in dating, but I think my biggest one is lack of a routine and lack of care when it comes to taking care of their bodies. And I know that maybe that's when a woman comes in and stuff like that, but generally you should already have something in place, and it's going to get better with a woman for sure. It's absolutely going to get better, but you should already have a workout in place. You should already be disciplined enough to not be out 2 to 4 times a week. And I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm networking or I'm entertaining clients. You could say no. You should go take care of your mental health and your health by not working after work. But yeah, I think that's where I'm at. And yeah, it's not how they come at me or this. It's I think about paying mind to these people, and then I'm always reminded they're out 2 to 4 times a week. Why would I talk to a man that doesn't put that much love and intention into his only vessel? As someone who's learned grief at a young age, I want you to stick around. I want people to be there with me and feel good during that time. And what we do now in our 30s is reflecting how we're going to feel in 10 years. And you should be really conscious of that at this age. And if you're not the one for me.
In your opinion, why do nice guys finish last?
They too nice. They don't know what they're doing. They too gentle.
Why do girls complain that chivalry's but nice guys finish last?
You asking too many questions. I don't know all that. I don't know.
We just trying to figure out y'all, cause like we just confused at this point.
If you want to be honest, they be confused too. One minute we feel one thing, the next minute we feel another thing. We confused too. Ain't no answer.
At least you're honest.
Do you like a nice guy, or do you like a?
It depends. You could be I like a fun.
So someone that'll like playfully make fun of you, like type shit.
Yeah, but I don't like too much of a nice guy because I feel like you're a bitch.
God damn.
So it's like a happy medium.
Camera, I'm right here. You are a you was born to
A lot of men don't like strong women because it requires them to be a man, okay? And not a boy who wants attention, not a guy who wants control, a man who's grounded, confident, and doesn't fall apart the second someone challenges him, okay? So, strong women don't intimidate real men. They expose the ones pretending, okay? Because when a woman has boundaries, standards, and self-respect, it's not attitude. It's just the end of your manipulation, okay? So some men think leadership means being louder. No, it means being secure enough not to compete with the person standing next to you. Okay, you can't lead if you're threatened by strength. All right, a strong woman doesn't need you to fix her. She needs you to just meet her. Okay, and if that feels like pressure, it's because she's not lowering herself to make you comfortable. She's inviting you to rise up. So yeah, a lot of men don't like strong women, not because she's difficult, but because she makes them look at every part of themselves they've been avoiding. I've been there. Okay, now if that offends you, she's probably not the problem.
All right, this is for my girls. One, be nice. Be nice to men. because I've had a restored faith in men that are like actually having the guts to just like come up to women. And if you're mean to them, you're gonna scare them. So don't do that. But I do have a restored faith in men, and I think part of it comes from women being nice, women being open to like just like one, look up from your phone. If you're going for a walk, look up from your phone. Don't have RBF. Actually, that's probably okay. But just like inviting, like smile at somebody if they walk past, like don't be freaking creepy, but like smile at them. The amount of people I've met on my walks is insane. Literally a guy just walked past. I walked past him. He then like turned around and he was like, hey, excuse me. And then like asked me about restaurant options around the neighborhood. I'm just like, you can meet people if you're willing to just look up from your phone, give a smile, make eye contact. Like, we don't have to look like we don't want to talk to humans. We can look like we want to talk to humans, but like, I don't know, I feel like a lot of girls are like, guys just don't, and I'm like, they will if you're nice. Stop being pissy when they walk up. Stop being annoyed. Stop assuming the worst in every man. Like, don't get off on freaking rejecting them. Be nice. You can say, no, I'm good, thank you. But be nice if you're gonna do it. But like, just look up. Smile. But don't be like annoyed that people, like guys aren't approaching you if you're not being approachable. You know? Anyway, I literally just met a new person while walking. The amount of people, like literally all my friends lately have been because I'm like walking. That's how I meet them. Because I smile, I don't look at my phone the whole time. It's not that hard. Anyway, just my 2 cents. Be nice. Be nice. Women, be nice to men because we don't need to scare them off. They're finally getting the guts to talk to people again. Let's not scare them off by rejecting every single one of them and like embarrassing them in the process. Be nice.
If past doesn't matter, would you date a guy who has slept with men?
No.
Huh? But hold on. This is past.
That's preference though. Like that's
okay,
like...
so you wouldn't date a guy who's bi?
No.
Let's say he used to, but not anymore. He's straight now.
It doesn't work that way.
Let's say it's been like 5 years. He hasn't slept with a man.
No. The potential in the future it could happen, right?
Ooh, bingo.
Did I just
made
give
our point.
you? Yeah.
Wait, the potential in the future it could happen.
Oh
Yes.
man, that was rich.
Exactly why body count matters, because body count is an indicator for infidelity.
The women will understand that the past matters when it's something they care about, but then they just selectively forget that the past matters when it's something that, you know, like body count, because they want to be able to sleep around in their 20s. If it's something that the guys care about, it's like, oh no, that's silly. That's different. That's totally different, right? It's amazing.
If past doesn't matter, would you date a guy who has slept with men?
No.
Huh? But hold on. This is past.
That's preference though. Like that's
okay,
like...
so you wouldn't date a guy who's bi?
No.
Let's say he used to, but not anymore. He's straight
It doesn't
now.
work that way.
Let's say it's been like 5 years. He hasn't slept with a man.
No. The potential in the future it could happen, right?
Ooh, bingo.
Did I just
made
give
our point.
you? Yeah.
Wait, the potential in the future it could happen.
Oh
Yes.
man, that was rich.
Exactly why body count matters, because body count is an indicator for infidelity.
The women will understand that the past matters when it's something they care about, but then they just selectively forget that the past matters when it's something that, you know, like body count, because they want to be able to sleep around in their 20s. If it's something that the guys care about, it's like, oh no, that's silly. That's different. That's totally different, right? It's amazing.
Hey, I know this is a sore topic for the guys, but I hate to keep on reminding y'all. I get comments all the time on my videos on this topic where guys are like, I don't chase. If I have to chase a woman, like, she's not the one. I don't want her. I want her to chase me, like all this stuff. But the gag of it is they will chase. I watch them do it. I watch them. The same guy saying, I will not chase a woman, will absolutely chase a woman that they think is out of their league. Will absolutely chase a woman that they think is their dream woman. Happens all the time. Don't listen to anybody who claims it doesn't. With men, I've learned that when they like a girl, there is a sense of urgency. They realize that they need to bag her or someone else will, so they'll go for it. So many guys have told me this, but I've also seen it with my own eyes. One time there's this guy that was interested in me, and he came to visit my city, and we spent like the weekend together. We kind of like showed him around with all my friends, and at the end of it all, he was like, hey, like, I am really interested in you. That's why I came down here. I really want to pursue things with you, and I know if I don't do this right now, someone else is going to snatch you up, so I'm just shooting my shot here. Meanwhile, I had no idea that he was here trying to pursue me. I just thought he wanted someone to show him around the city, but whatever. But if that's not proof that they know that if they like somebody, they have to pursue, because they know how it works. They know how other guys work and how they think. So no, don't let these guys fool you. Don't think that just because they're saying they won't chase, that they won't chase. They will. They'll chase. And if they're not chasing you, then you're not the right girl for them. No worries. But just know if he did like you, he would be chasing. So don't listen to these guys. They're lying to you.
You know, these modern women, and some of the stuff that they say is really good. I think there was one woman that was talking about, you know, men being out 2 to 4 times a week and drinking all the time. That's not good for you. You need to have a routine, basically get in the gym or eat healthier. I agree with that, right? What I do have a problem with when somebody says stuff like that is because these modern women, they be out. That's what they be doing. That's how they be meeting these men. And essentially what they're saying when they look at these men is, I don't want a man like this, but I do want this man to buy me a drink. So you're having the man buy you a drink and you're going through to all of these different places, right? And maybe it's not you, to be honest. I'm not saying that it is you specifically, but these modern women, they be talking about, I don't want this man, but then that same man be running through him and he bring his buddies to run through her. Let's get on a private jet, run through you on a private jet. In the span of 2 to 3 days, you didn't be ran through by all 2 or 3 of these guys. Oh, it was just a good time. You know, some of them I wouldn't sleep with again, but you know, when in Rome, you do what the Romans do. Is that what the Romans were doing? And if they were, we're in the United States. So when in the United States, don't do that. That's what they be doing. And then you have other people talking about, well, men are intimidated by strong women. Are they really intimidated by strong women, or are they not wanting to deal with the attitude? Oh, she's going to call you out this, and this. Because we continue to say, we never really define strong, right? We might say, well, she pays her own bills. She has her own stuff together. Do we define what a fully competent, strong woman actually is, besides, well, she got her own money, she got her own car, she got her own house, she's independent, she's going to therapy? What is coming out of that therapy? What's the fruit of those sessions? We never really look at that and say, after I go to therapy, this is the type of character that as a man, you should probably look for in a woman.
What is a passport bro? A passport bro is a man who is done with entitled, ungrateful, high mileage women in the West demanding provider status while offering nothing but an attitude and an OnlyFans link. Done with 50% divorce rates, false accusations, alimony, traps, and child support jails. Done with feminism lies. You're toxic if you want a feminine, loyal, fit, debt-free, low body count. So he grabs his passport, flies to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Ukraine, Brazil, anywhere but the US. Places where women still value men. Cook, stay slim, don't weaponize, and see marriage as a partnership, not a paycheck. Stats don't lie, my friends. US women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. 60+% of Western women, 18 to 30, are obese or overweight. The average Western woman, 7+ partners by the age 25, and that's backed by the CDC. 43% of US men under 30 are celibate, rejected, or priced out. Foreign wives, lower divorce rates, higher happiness, traditional values, actual gratitude. Passport bros aren't running, they are upgrading. So I'm with you guys. Smarter, not weaker. West failed the men, so men left. Can't blame them.
All right, I have a question for the male population. So any specifically single men, if you're watching this, please comment. And I think this data is going to be really helpful for all single females. If you are a single man and you are out working or out and about, whatever it may be, and a girl approaches you in a friendly, kind way and wants to know if you're single or is just trying to talk to you, do you like that? Do you have any tips on how to do that? I was out with a friend today and we saw a really attractive male in a coffee shop. He was obviously working and we see them all the time, right? We live in Chicago. But we are not just gonna go up to them, right? Not sure how to like ever approach a situation like that, but I'm just really curious from like the male perspective, like what is a good way to do that? Because sometimes I'm really sick of seeing these guys who look like they're working really hard, really cool, but I'm so terrified to approach, but sometimes that's just the situation. So I hope some men see this because I want some feedback. Like let us know some tips and tricks, or like just let us know.
My personal perception and what I've been through, you can't be too overly nice. Like you could be nice, you could be a gentleman, but like don't like overly do it in the beginning. Like literally the beginning, I feel like the girl should be on you more. So I would say like do little shit and then like kind of like just be cool. Like don't be on her. Like, you know, or like I got you these flowers today, and but don't overly text her like for a day or two. But like do something that's gonna like stay in her mind. Like, oh, he did not have to do that. He did that for me. Bring her lunch on her lunch break or whatever.
I told y'all there's nothing to gain from being a great guy. There's no point of being a great guy. Literally, good guys finish last in dating. It just is what it is. Like, don't be a bad guy, but don't be a great guy either. Just be an okay guy. I wouldn't even bring her flowers like she mentioned. Don't do the flowers. Don't even bring her lunch on her. No. Do things for her in the early stages that like the two of you can both enjoy, but like just don't be that good of a guy. Just be around enough to keep her interest and enough to where she doesn't think like, oh, he's really rude and disrespectful. But just don't do anything. Literally just be there in sense of, okay, hey, I want to go and take you out. Just vibe out with her. But that's it. Just vibe out with her. Don't do nothing for her. Literally do nothing for her. And she's going to like you, bro. She'll fall in love with you just because you did nothing for her. It's the guy that's doing everything for her that is getting nothing. There's a indirect correlation between what women want and what women say they want. And it's usually the complete opposite. And so if you want to keep a woman, just don't be a good guy. That is the best way to get a woman. Just be a decent guy.
I just saw a guy crack the code on how to approach a girl. This is the best way to approach a girl, and it's kind of funny how he said it. He said, you need to go up to a girl and you need to compliment her nails. Yes, compliment her nails, but don't just compliment her nails. It can be anything that's kind of girly pop. Don't compliment a physical trait because then it's like, oh, he wants me. Oh, he's being too much. Oh, but if you compliment a girl's nails, if you compliment her hair, if you compliment her makeup, and you say, oh, I love your makeup, it looks amazing on you, or your eyes really pop with that makeup. If you come at it from how the gays would compliment us, it comes across as non-threatening. We instantly feel more comfortable talking to you. He's not looking us up and down and treating us like an object, being like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so gorgeous. You're treating us like a bestie, like someone that we can just like talk to and share and where did you get your rings? Oh, I got them from here. Oh, your nails look amazing. Did you just get them done? Oh yeah, that color is so fall. If you start talking like we're one of our best friends, our guard comes down, we feel more comfortable talking to you, and then on top of that, if we find out you're actually not, you've won. It's like, oh, I feel comfortable with him. He's treating me with respect. He likes my style. He likes my nails. Oh, we're having fun. We're having good banter. Oh, and he's actually kind of cute. Oh, and. That's the way to do it.
So we mature faster than men. It is a known fact.
If you say so.
Even at the adolescent stage, and even when we're in our 20s and our 30s, like our mindset is usually not the same, right? So women tend to like, you give a woman, she'll make a house a home. You know what I mean? So
stop that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Women ain't making no house, no goddamn home.
I promise you.
Maybe your grandmothers and those the great grandmothers, like
the
these
right
women
woman,
today.
The right woman.
Well, see, now you putting everybody in one category.
So the right woman.
We can't sit here and say women are old, much more mature, but when it comes to older men and younger women, the maturity seems to go out the window. Or maybe men are more mature. That's why they can deal with older women. Like it's one or the other. We can't sit here and say women are mature. Y'all always getting finessed by the older men, while the younger men, they're not getting as finessed. Are they more mature? That's why they can handle the older women, and the younger women are not as mature. That's why they keep getting finessed by the older men. Like I don't know.
Like the YNs is finessing the older women though, right?
Are they more mature?
I'm fucking with you. I'm staying in your crib.
I need a psychologist to come on here and connect the dots for me, because I feel like I have dots right now and I just need you to connect them.
She basically says that like women are all about these things where men yearn for women. Movies, books, stories, whatever. And she says it's because men don't yearn for women. With all due respect or disrespect, however you take it, are you worthy of being yearned over? Yearned for? Probably not. At least not by the type of men who want to yearn for you. And that's not like a personal attack on this lady. It's just in general, women for like a decade now have basically said that men are evil. Men are the cause of everything that's wrong in the world. They're gross. They're creepy. And as tough as you may think men are or aren't, they want to be loved also. The word relationship, by definition, is between two people. A relationship where one man yearns over you and you are indifferent or waiting to be yearned on and don't return any of that is the kind of creepy things that you don't want.
I was watching a video. A woman said, "Guys are not approaching no more. Where are all the real men?" Back in the day, it used to be the worst she can say is no. That was a common saying between us men. However, now you get faced with bad attitude, disrespect. There's no respect for the approach. No thank you, or hey, I appreciate it, but not interested, or I'm in a relationship, I have a boyfriend, whatever. Now we go into the bigger things. Being made fun of in public or in the group that women might be in. Second is fake harassment cases. Third is getting trespassed from that place, whether it's a store or whatever it is, wherever you've seen the woman. The problem is now the risk is too high because women don't have a baseline for a bad approach. They find the guy unattractive and he used the same line as an attractive guy would. They're gonna call it harassment. That's the problem. And they get away with it. That's why they keep that. I'm not saying all women are like that, but a fair amount are. There are good interactions too that we have where there's respect and appreciation of a guy approaching. Always feels good for the guy, right? So it's not that men are scared, it's just they don't feel it's worth it now. The juice is not worth the squeeze in. Do you understand? You understand. So ladies, if you want men to approach like the good olden times, you have to make yourself approachable and at least respect a good approach. I'm not saying be out here saying thank you to creeps and stuff. Where it was a clean approach and the guy's trying or whatever, even though he might be nervous, that's okay. It takes a lot to do it. If not, it's not going to make a difference for men per se. For guys' attention and validation levels that are going to be low, not ours, because we don't work on attention and validation. Thank you. Come again.
A lot of these modern women, once again, we come back to the top of the issue. They don't really think about what men are going through. They want a man to think about what they're going through and how they process life. And a man could have that down pat, but they're not going to think about, well, you know, I mean, going to this restaurant. I really do want to go to this place. You know what? How about we meet here for this? And let me tell you what, I know it's kind of expensive. I'll pay for my half, but I really want to go. And I think, you know, us going, you know, you taking me here, I requested it. I'll put a little something down. Is that cool with you? Okay. All right, cool. I'll meet you there. But you don't say that. Number one. Number two, you might say, so, you know, if I were going here by myself, what I want to do, if I were going here and with one of my girlfriends, would I want to pay for them? If I were going here and I were meeting somebody that's not a client, I don't know them, I may never see them again. Would I want to go to this restaurant and pay for them? Or would I want to find something that might be a little less, I don't want to say fancy, but you know, you're going all out and you're spending all of this money. Well, you know, it ain't worth it. You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say, well, you know, you're not worth it. I don't mean to say that. I just mean, I would really like to get to know you first before I invest a lot of money or I invest a lot of resources. Well, you got to know in dating. No, you don't. That's why you ask questions. That's why you talk to people. That's why we're meeting today, to even see if we're on the same playing field. We're on the same level. But modern women never think about men. But what they'll tell you is, oh, a guy nailed it down. How to approach women. How is that? Well, compliment me like a gay man would. I'm not gay. So I wouldn't be able to get away with a lot of the stuff that gay men do. They always leave stuff out. As a person who's gay, they would look you up and down. Ooh, girl, what you doing? Oh, girl, wear those things. And your chest is sitting just nicely. And you wouldn't take that as an insult. You would say, oh, yeah, I got this from here, from Victoria's Secret or Raw. I don't know. Wherever you get your undergarments from. you wouldn't take that as you know, an insult or he's being creepy. You would take that as, oh, he's gay and he's complimenting. Oh yes, slay queen. Men are not that way, and this the problem we keep on having. Y'all keep on wanting men to be some, but I can understand the sentiment. I want a man to compliment me similar to what he would, right? But do it in your own way. If a man does it in his own way, it is still not going to pop like a gay person or your friends would. It's not going to pop like that because they already know you. Number one. Number two, you don't see a person that is gay as threatening. You just don't. If you can tell, then you automatically associate them with, oh, they're kind of like me. I'm a girl. I'm thinking about one YouTuber. It's pretty big. He's actually pretty hilarious. He's gay and stuff like that. He's pretty funny. But who he talks to is women. And you look at him and you watch him, you're like, yeah, that kind of makes sense that he's talking to ladies. And they don't see him as threatening. He's one of the girls. That's what it is. So you're going to see them as something other than what an actual, like a man, you know, a man that isn't gay. He acts differently. You're going to see them differently than that. Y'all don't think about that. Y'all don't think about that because y'all spend most of your time thinking about what you want, thinking about how you want your life to go.
A lot of men aren't leaving the US to find a wife because they're passport bros. They're leaving because of what they're finding when they get there. Women in other countries were raised completely differently than women in the Western world. Most had mothers and grandmothers who taught them how to cook, how to care for a home, and how to honor a man. Nobody told them, never trust a man, or nobody taught them to compete with men instead of compliment them. So when a man shows up ready to provide, ready to protect for a foreign woman, a lot of them are very open to receive that. A lot of foreign women actually appreciate it. That's not a low value woman. That's a woman who was never taught to see her femininity as weakness. And look at what that produces. Many other countries that still hold family as the highest value, not career, not independence, not self-love journeys, actually have higher happiness indexes, higher birth rates, and more stable homes. Because when you ingrain in a culture that family is the priority, people actually build families.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not that type of female that's about to go on a date with no ugly going on that I don't see myself. A female before they even hang, like, let me say something. As soon as you meet somebody, you know or not. Like, oh, we gonna eat. I know we finished that steak. I know or not. So what are you talking about? Like,
so if you know that, just be like, yo, I want to.
You can, but you don't. Exactly like she said.
That's
the whole fact.
The disrespect.
No, it's not. No disrespect.
It's the audacity for me.
It's not.
Stop dating women. Guys, you need to understand that dating is very short term. You go to bars, you go to clubs to find a woman to, I don't know, hopefully be with her for a couple months time, have some good quick, and then on to the next. You are now becoming an addicted simp. You may not believe this, David. Me? No, not a chance. 100% you are. The rise of incels, Pornhub, OnlyFans subscriptions, and weak, loserish men, while dating and hookup culture has continued to rise, is astronomical. In fact, what you're doing is now subconsciously pedestalizing them. You are losing any frame, any base, any authority you have as a man, and you're becoming useless. Instead, do the opposite. Stay based, learn thyself, become useful, gain skills, resources, increase your spiritual connection to God, and through that, my friend, you become the prize, women chase you, and you decide whether or not you move forwards.
I recently was going on dates with a man. And nice guy, good guy, treated me well.
That is good!
But
there's a but. Why is there always a but?
But once I realized that he was not my husband, because I'm only looking for husband energy at the moment, I ended things with him.
Jesus Christ, this being a good and nice man is not enough anymore. You have to be Duracell battery too and bring energy.
Anyways, I sent him a text, told him that I didn't see it going any further.
Lady, you are hungry. The Lord served you with a good, well-cooked chicken, and you decided not to eat it because of the chicken's energy. You will starve.
He agreed. He said that he didn't think that he could make me happy. And while I appreciate that, it was a very kind response, he didn't even try.
For what? You didn't want him to respect your wishes or what?
He didn't even try. He didn't even try and say that he like wanted to change, that he wanted to like whatever. Like, I can be manipulated. I will listen to you. But you didn't even try.
Mother of Lord, she wanted the man to manipulate her. What type of twisted mind games is that? She thinks dating is PlayStation 5. Lady, if you want to play games, go and download Candy Crush and leave this good man alone.
Single moms can't have standards. Single moms can't have standards. Why? Why? So because she has children, she's not allowed to dislike something? And what is what y'all wanting to punish single moms for so bad? Y'all did not hate them this much a few years back. Y'all act like because she had a child or two that she can't have else in life ever again. Plus, a lot of y'all have this idea in your mind that every single mom is an irresponsible. And that's not always true. And just because you don't like them, and maybe I wouldn't want to date a single mom, that don't mean everybody else isn't allowed to love them. That don't mean they deserve to be lonely forever. And y'all act like single moms can't rebuild their lives and find love again, like men don't do that all the time. So you mean to tell me that she can't find love again with 2 kids when you got 6 baby mamas and 10 kids? You're a convicted felon with 10 kids and you got married again, but she can't get married with 1 kid? She don't deserve with just 1 kid? Long story short, to wrap this up, stop being so quick to punish single moms for some.
The male loneliness epidemic is all your fault.
Okay then.
It is nothing to do with the women.
Well, no. Why would it?
We try our best to talk to you guys and be in crowds where you guys are at, and you don't try. There is zero effort given from the male side. And it's just
Sure about that? Because, wait, there's this.
I really am so confused on why these guys think like they have chances when we're literally just being nice.
Ooh, that's just awkward.
Like there isn't any difference between being nice and flirting.
Well, that's true. There is a big difference between being nice to someone and flirting with them. However, some women out there should bear in mind that a lot of men out there have never experienced a woman genuinely being nice to them, unless, of course, they want something.
Being nice to you does not mean that I like you.
Indeed.
You're at the bar talking to these guys. There was no flirting, but at the end of the night, they asked for our numbers. I mean, yes, we're gonna give you our numbers so we can hang out again and be friends. Yeah, let's be friends.
Wait, I thought they didn't like them, but they're still giving them their number so they can be friends? Can anyone understand how a lot of guys out there would be very confused?
Like, it definitely felt more than that, and that's where I'm confused because we were just being nice because they tried having a conversation with us.
Yeah, I can see why a lot of guys out there are choosing to remain single if this is what they have to deal with. Yeah, ladies, they're not lonely. They're choosing peace.
I am not the girl that ever gets approached by guys. Like in my friend group, my friends are the ones that get approached by guys. I used to take this so personally. It made me see myself as like unappealing to men. And that really hit my self-confidence. Like I would even just start crying because I'd have enough of it, and I just thought I was like not attractive to the male. Like what's helped me with this is really just understanding my worth in God and knowing that like when I get married, when I have a family, like I'm not going to think back and be like, man, I didn't get approached by guys when I was younger. You know what I mean? That is not something that contributes to our worth and shows who we are. And so if you can relate, if you are not a girl that gets approached by men in public, just don't take it personally. It's honestly maybe just God protecting us. That is how I have stopped taking it personally over the years and just have a more like eternal outlook, I guess.
Hi.
You're so beautiful.
Oh my goodness, thank you. You're very sweet.
Are you single?
Am I single? Why are you single?
Of course.
I'm much older than you.
I love that.
That's okay.
I love it, yeah.
How old are you? Let me gauge you. What's that like? What's that gauge? Let's hear this.
How old am I?
Yeah.
I don't know, you want to guess?
Old enough to know better, young enough to do it again.
Ah,
That would be
Wow, I like that.
Do you live in Beverly Hills?
No, I live in Miami, but I'm here all the time, you know?
Okay, well then take my number.
Yeah?
Hold
Okay.
on 1 second.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I
interrupted.
know. It's my friend. She knows. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Sorry,
I just got
she's
my-
super hot, you know, so I had to.
Oh my goodness, I appreciate it. From one.
I love the Rolex too.
Thank you. From one hottie to another. That's right.
I think I have the same one. Mine might be different.
I like it. It's a
Where
good
you from?
starter model. I grew up in New York and New Jersey.
Oh, yeah?
All over. A little Swedish, Irish.
You're Swedish and Irish?
Yes.
Oh man, I don't know any Swedish.
Well, what's your name?
Saeed, nice to meet you. Or you can call me a future husband.
Saeed Yells today. That's right. Have a good one.
Yeah, I love you, bye. You love me too?
I like that.
Thanks, bro.
Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, she friends zoned me, but it's like whatever.
Nice guys finished last, bro. What was I telling you?
Nice guys do not finish last. That's bull.
What? I held the door open for her and everything. Now look at me.
I would have let you hit if you had done that for me. Look, one time a girl led me on by wishing me happy birthday.
Oh, she's so wrong for that. I'm sorry.
I know.
Wait, is she actually so interested in you at any time?
So many times. Compliments, touching, eye contact, grabbing, hugged me the one time I was getting hit by a bus.
I remember that. And you consoled her about her rabbit.
Yeah.
Guys, being decent to a woman does not mean she has to date you.
That's the first time hearing of this.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the amendments.
Be real with me.
An older woman with a younger guy is completely fine and cute, but an older guy with a younger girl is kind of gross.
Why?
Older men dating younger girls can be really creepy and it can get really weird really fast. He just wants to feel younger again and he wants to feel attractive again. But when older women do it, it's cute because it gives them that sense of freedom back, and women have this stigma of aging super poorly.
I had a YN. Oh my granny, so I miss you, Dada. He was like 5 years younger than me. Like,
How old was you?
he was 17, 16, 17, 18, 19,
So you
20,
22?
22. Yeah. I'm 26, so that was
Allegedly.
17. He was 17, about to turn 18.
You know, dudes might take it as a status card. Like, I'm 16, I'm 17, and she 25, she 26. My name Dada, and I'm blowing her back out. You,
I know.
I know. You taking it as a flex, but you really, you don't know that that's not something you should be doing. You shouldn't be with an older woman, and that older woman should know better than to be with that younger boy. Imagine if a 26-year-old man told you he was messing with a 16-year-old girl. How would we?
That's crazy.
You know, I guess we're not getting it. I guess people continue to say, well, you know, why are men punishing single mothers? Single mothers are punishing themselves. And take note that it's not all single moms that act this way. To be fair, I'll give you that point. But there are a lot of modern women who have gone and they've had children. And then their standards all of a sudden, not only it makes sense if you get out of a relationship and say, my baby daddy, I don't know what was wrong with that man. He was going through a lot of things. I know I don't want a man that puts his hands on me. I know I don't want a man that is not willing to help out on the house. I was working. I was taking care of the kids. I had to do everything. And he would just sit on the couch all day and play games. I think men can understand that. Yeah, I can see why you know, that seems like, I guess that's what you wanted in the past. And so you trying to say, well, I really don't want a man like that. He said he was going to give me this, and this. We was together for 5 years. I met him when I was 20 and now I'm 25 with a kid. And, you know, he really wasted a lot of my time. Okay. But what happens is modern women in that same scenario, they'll get out of that relationship and all of that stuff that I just talked about will be at the back of the list. It'll be stuff like, oh yeah, you'll be, well, he's got to make at least $100,000. He's got to be at least 5'11", 6 foot. He's got to have at least this house because I can't be having my kids this, and I'm an entrepreneur and I got to have this. And it's a whole list of things. And the man is like, wait a minute. I'm not saying that you don't look good or you're not worthy of all of the stuff that you're asking for at some point in time. But you do have some things that don't belong to me, that are not mine. And so I would have to consider those. I would have to map out and game plan what that would look like in my life. So while you're saying you expect these things from a man, I had some expectations from a woman. And if you already have a kid, I didn't really want a kid, but you have a kid, okay, I think you're a good person. We'll still go out. I'll still take you out on a date. But the moment you feel entitled when you start demanding, it's a strike against you. It's like, okay, you're rude and you have a kid. God knows how, if you act like this, how is your kid going to be?
If his wife or whatever did cheat and he wanted to take the responsibility of raising that kid, that is a high value man to me.
He had no choice. Remember,
You always have a choice. You always have a choice.
You were held down and things happen to you.
You always have a choice.
Noble, right?
Yeah.
Do you have high standards in men?
Yeah.
What kind of guy do you want?
I want a man that can teach me things.
Okay. You want a man that makes more money than you?
Yep.
It doesn't matter. I would hope so.
Stronger than you?
Yeah.
You said teach you things, so more competent than you?
Yeah.
Okay. More status than you?
That doesn't matter.
Okay.
Stop the cap.
You in theater. Either way, you want a guy that's better than you in most metrics, correct?
Mm-hmm.
How about you be noble and go date the homeless guy downstairs?
I could. That's not a problem. I can build him up.
Hold on, but why don't you do it though? What you want?
I don't have the time right now to do that.
Cool, and I don't have time to raise kids that aren't mine.
Hey.
That's a choice, exactly.
Come on, man.
It's a choice, so- but
Why
if
is
you want to, it's okay.
I'm tired of this shit because women will sit there and shame you for having standards and certain parameters on female behavior, but you guys will never take that same stupid nobility that y'all talk about. A woman will say, be noble, raise a kid that's not yours, but you ain't dating no homeless guy.
And that's
You're
why
not
men
helping
and
out-
women are
Hold on,
different,
hold on,
like you
hold on.
said.
You're not helping out these weirdos that are schizophrenic, that are weirdos that need to get. You're not helping out these school shooters that don't get laid. You're not helping out these motherfuckers out here that literally are virgins at 30 years old. You're not being noble and giving them some female attention, but you expect me to sit there and give my provisioning, my security, and all my capabilities that I work my to some bitch that wants to be a hoe?
Never trust a woman who does this. I don't care how much she likes you. I don't care how much you guys get along. The moment she does this, it's done. Because this is the most disrespectful thing. Never trust a woman that just disappears with no explanation, that just ghosts you. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the reason goes a lot deeper than you think. The woman that goes ghost doesn't respect you. I don't care how difficult life gets. I don't care how interested or uninterested they are in you. It is human decency to let another person know what's going on. But here's the mistake most men make, and you're probably making this same mistake. Listen closely. The mistake is you are too forgiving. She ghosts you, comes back, says a few nice things, and you're okay with it. No, she ghosted you and came back not because she missed you. She ghosted you and came back because the man she really wanted didn't want her back. And listen, I don't care what anybody says. Ghosting is a manipulation technique. As a matter of fact, there are 5 manipulation techniques that women use. She's probably even using one on you right now, and you don't even realize it. So listen, in my course, I explain the 5 things you need to do so that you can be prepared and know when these things are happening to you so that they never happen again. I explain exactly why people do these things and how to avoid them before they happen to you. And remember, it's all in my course. It's just a matter of whether or not you're ready to face the truth. If you want to find the answers, just go into the link in bio here and click coaching. See you over there.
So, what do you suggest the women in the West do if everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced that said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading, because the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then 2, the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle, their options dwindle, their options dwindle.
I f***ed a recently divorced mother. I don't know if any of you have ever done that, but recently divorced mothers just look for some guy to have intercourse with while they go look for, another husband or somebody to date or something. And that girl wanted me to be that guy. I told her, let me get this straight. You want to date other guys and just have me have intercourse with you? And she said, yeah, I'll just use you for physical stuff, but I'll go on dates with guys I'm trying to actually be serious with. And I said, so you want a guy to buy you dinner and then you're going to call me over to come you? And she said, yeah, what's the problem with that? I don't care if a guy's talking to other girls while he's dating me. And I was like, I don't want to do that to these poor guys. I don't even know these people, but at the end of the day, they're boys, and boys got to be there for boys. And she said, you're going to really feel bad for the guys I'm dating? You don't even know them. I said, doesn't matter. We're part of the same species. So I stopped talking to this lady completely. I just couldn't believe it. Like, imagine that. You go out to dinner with a girl, you think she likes you, and then my plows her. I don't want nothing to do with that. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you. So.
Every single man that I know will always tell me that a cute girl is way more attractive than like a super hot, like Victoria's Secret model type girl. Literally heard every single one of my guy friends talk about this before, and it stuns me. And then I just saw a dude make a video like this, and I had to weigh in. And like, I don't know what it is. Like, girls, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but when a dude calls me cute, I'm almost like, I'm sorry, what? Cute? Me? No, you got the wrong girl. But actually, it's apparently way better to be cute than it is to be super hot. 95% of men, if you put a cute girl, super cute girl, next to a super hot girl, you put them side by side, 95% of men are gonna pick the cutie.
This is absolutely true, because cute equals nice, genuine, and down to earth, whereas hot can include bad attitude and arrogance. So yeah, for guys, when they're calling somebody cute, it's because of their personality combined with their outward appearance, whereas hot can just mean outward appearance.
Social media wants you to be single. We all know it feeds men like thirst traps and like hot women and tries to like catch their eye. We talk about that a lot. We talk about how like embarrassing that is for a guy to have that on his phone. But we don't really talk about the thirst traps that are being fed to women, which in my opinion are arguably a lot more damaging to relationships. There's so much content out there that is aimed at convincing women to be dissatisfied with their lives, specifically dissatisfied with the men in their lives. I'm talking about videos where a woman walks into her room and there's like a bag packed with like a perfectly handwritten note that's like, I'm whisking you off on a vacation and it's gonna be so romantic. It's like this perfect looking guy. We've seen that for years on social media, and it gets fed to women who then look at it and are like, my boyfriend, my husband, he doesn't do that for me. What's even worse are the comments. Other girls will be like, if my future husband doesn't do this for me, I don't want him. This is the bare minimum. And then if you go into these Facebook groups or subreddits or anything like that where people are talking about relationships, if there's ever a woman with like a question like, my husband did this or that and we got in an argument or something, the comments are full of people being like, you need a divorce, you need to leave him, you could do so much better, there are so much better men out there, for like little things. Like he swore or he got mad and like went for a walk. People will literally be like, that's narcissistic behavior. Every man on the planet is a narcissist and you need to leave him to find someone else that's better, but every man is that way. Like, it's just this cycle of doom and gloom and gross. If you are comparing your relationship to things that you see online, if you are taking the advice of people who have, no offense, failed relationships, you will become single. You just will. There's a reason that fewer and fewer people are having successful marriages or even getting married at all, or staying in long-term committed relationships. I think social media is like wrecking it. And again, we talk about the men. We talk about how like men get unrealistic expectations for women based on the women that they see online. And it's like so damaging and like, ew. But we never ever talk about the women getting unrealistic expectations online about what their men should be doing. And that's what's really destroying these relationships. Are there crappy men out there? Of course there are. But I think a lot of women think that their marriages are worse than they actually are because of everything they're being fed on social media. And a lot of women are wondering why their relationships are failing or why they can't find a good man. It's because they're comparing all the time, or they're listening to naysayers who want you to be single. Be careful about what you take in from social media.
Someone left a comment under my video and I am speechless. If you're gonna start dating, I would say to be mindful of the men that are already in your life. The guy that's been there for years being helpful and patient with you, that guy's in love with you. And unless you have a specific articulable reason why you can't date him, you should give him a chance. And by specific, I mean, I can't date him because he's my boss, subordinate, or he's married. He doesn't give me butterflies is not a reason. If you believe in God, then you know he puts people in your life for a reason. Maybe, I don't know, take the hint. Love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. The feeling won't last. The test of a true relationship is whether you can find that feeling again when it fades. How you and your partner work that out, come back to each other, choose each other time and again. That's what love is. I truly hope you find your special someone to walk that path with you.
Why don't guys want relationships anymore?
Because why invest in something that's going to hurt? You see, I don't think this is a gender bias thing. I think in general, less and less people are interested in relationships because why do you need them? You have the chance to hook up with somebody with a swipe on an app. Fill that little void of missing affection and then go back to your life with no strings attached. I know guys will say that every girl's the same and no girl wants a nice guy. And girls will say that no guy wants a relationship, all they want to do is hook up. And I think the common thing here is that everyone's saying how they feel instead of living the life and actually feeling it. We go hunting on our phones for somebody to love, but we don't actually want to be loved. We'd rather just have a story to tell. So the issue isn't that men don't want relationships, but yet the majority is just not ready, and they rather just be stuck people watching.
I really kind of agree with what the guy was saying. I think, or at least when his clips was saying, when he's saying, why are men, why are people in general, why are they investing in things that are going to hurt them? And that's the conclusion that men are coming to. If I'm out here dating and spending all this money, it's just going to put me behind even further. Well, a good woman is an asset. No, she's not. You are not a good woman. If I could find a good woman, then she would be an asset. But you are just a drain on my wallet. You say, oh, well, you know, money ain't everything. It's not everything. But you're talking about, oh, I want to build my life and I want to have this, and this. I'll be able to provide a lot of that if I had money to do it. But all the money that I have that I would put in savings or I put into the market, it's going to you. It's going to all this stuff that we do. Oh, well, you got to pay for a girl to keep her in this. Why? What is this? I thought we were in a relationship. I thought it was companionship. What's going on here? What's happening? And that's what frustrates men a lot, is because having a woman, with modern women, their mindset today, having a woman is more of a bill. It's more of, I bought this at the store and I got to keep on paying on it. And it don't really do anything. It just sits there and looks pretty. Yikes.